Hi, chat.
Linkus.
Linkus. Upbeat Nintendo music. Whoa. Okay.
Linkus OMG, you're alive.
Hi, chat.
Pogu, he's back.
Hi.
Let's go. Linkus. Hope you are feeling better.
Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing good.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Warlick, for the 35-month Franklin resub.
Welcome
Thank you,
back.
Bass, for the 1 year. Thank you, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm about to leave my
Welcome back.
house. Hey, I went live at a pretty good time. It's pretty NA and EU friendly.
I am legit about to leave my house. Why ye also hello chat.
I'm sorry, Unfused.
Missed you, Linkus.
I missed you guys too. Oh yeah, the TTS would be weird because of the desktop audio. Sorry about that. We are so back. We are indeed. Welcome back. Thank you, Aura. Thank you, Descends, for the 83 months. Switch to deliver on Friday for me. I'm so sorry to hear that. You already have the Switch 2? No, but I'll get one tomorrow. And tomorrow we're having a lot of stuff planned. You know, listen, we got a new Mario Kart, we got a new Donkey Kong, but more importantly, we got to check out the new updates for Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Wind Waker. There's a lot of stuff happening tomorrow, okay? I'm kind of surprised you're not doing a Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom randomizer send off the Switch. What do you mean, dude? Starting tomorrow, we're playing it again. Anyways, hi, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much for the resubs. I appreciate it. It's great seeing you all. Anyways, chat, I thought, let me give you guys a quick recap. I'm gonna keep it pretty short and brief. So I am officially done with all of my medical evaluations because I've done every test there is now. Every blood test there is, 2 ultrasounds, a CT scan, an MRI, a colonoscopy, an endoscopy, and I got my final follow-up with my GI 2 days ago. And he said, we can't find anything that's wrong with you, so let's hope it passes. Here's some medication to numb the symptoms. So Switch 2 is coming out, and I don't have time to figure it out. So basically, we have no idea what's wrong, but I got a bunch of nausea medication to keep it down. So we'll just be popping those, so we'll just be playing the Switch 2, and we'll just hope it passes, because we don't know what's wrong, and there's no more tests to do, so that's it. That's what 3 months and $10,000 of medical costs gives you. A big question mark. Anyways, but that being said, I got some medication to feel better. I mean, it doesn't make it better, but at least it makes me feel better. So we'll be just like working as usual. We'll have the Switch 2 launch, and yeah, I'm gonna try and just work out every day, keep eating healthy, and just see if it gets better. I don't think it will because I've been doing that already for 2 months, but we'll just keep doing it. Anyways, but yeah. That being said, I do feel better than it was at the start. And we have confirmed at the very least that it is not worst case. I don't have an autoimmune disease or anything of worst case. Most likely it's something else in my body, or it's some nerves that says damage or some bullshit like that, or hyperactivation, something like that. Nothing that's gonna kill me. It's just and I'm sure you can imagine this if you've ever had problems. It's really hard to have nausea 24/7. That's really it. That's really the thing that's hindering me and why it's hard to stream and work. I feel overall okay. I'm just nauseous, meaning I lose weight, I can't eat enough, and I'm nauseous all the time, which is really, really sucky because there's a lot of feelings you can kind of push away. Like if you have a little bit of cramps here, a little bit of ache here and there, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like the nausea unfortunately is staying. But anyways, that being said, I'm not gonna keep talking about it. That being said, chat, here's the thing, okay? Did you check for celiac? Yeah, trust me. Anyways. Anyways, that being said, chat, I'm not gonna keep talking about it throughout the stream. Here is the plans anyways, chat. Here are the plans, okay? Listen, overall, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm living very healthy. Here's the plans. We're gonna get back to content. I will be making as much content as I can. We're gonna be making a lot of streams. We're making a lot of YouTube videos. I will be trying to take a run. I'll try and go for a run every day. I'll try and eat healthy. Take my nausea medication, and we'll just keep pushing through. And then I have a follow-up with my GI in 2 months. He basically said this: take the nausea med for 2 months. Hope it gets better by living healthy. So for the next 2 months, we'll try and push on like normal. We'll return to streams, return to YouTube. And I'll have a medication, so I'll be able to work more normally, and we'll move on from there. So anyway, so that being said, I am officially back. There is no more medical tests. There is no more prep. There's no more anything. I am back. So yeah, some days maybe I will feel a little bit bad and I won't be able to stream 6-7 days a week, but I'm at a state where I can easily stream multiple days a week. So yeah. Today, we're going to be doing a Wind Waker randomizer, and then tomorrow, the Switch 2 is coming out. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to play when it comes out immediately. But I think I'm going to be checking out the Zelda games, because I think there's going to be, everyone is already going to stream Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. So I think I'm going to be checking out what's new in the Zelda aspect of things. And then maybe I'll do a little bit of the new games at the end of tomorrow's stream. We'll see. I haven't fully locked in the plans tomorrow. But yeah, I want to check out a lot of Zelda stuff tomorrow. I'm really interested to see how it's going. I also my main thing I'm curious about is, like, I want to see how Wind Waker runs. You know what I mean? And how it feels, how it plays, how super swimming is, how the loading times are, everything like that. So I really want to do, I think I'm going to do a lot of, I think I'm going to spend most of tomorrow's stream not playing the new Switch 2 games, but actually checking out the old stuff. Because I really want to check out how GameCube works on it, and I also really want to check out Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom. But I'll definitely check out Mario Kart and the other stuff soon as well. But I think I definitely want to spend a good amount of time tomorrow checking out this Zelda stuff. I was so pissed when I heard that to play GameCube games, you have to buy a Switch too. Yeah, but I mean, it's a way for them to sell the new console. It makes sense, I guess. But anyways, it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited for tomorrow. I should not be screwed. We have 3 pre-orders from 3 different retailers. And obviously Maisie's getting one of them, but I'll get the first one that arrives. So surely Walmart or Target or Best Buy will arrive early tomorrow. Surely one of them will not screw us over. That's all we need. All we need is one of them to show up on time. That's it. We surely just won't get screwed over by all three, right? Oh yeah, also, I guess... also, a quick thing before we start. I'll mention this at the end of the stream too, but in case you're European and you can't stay for the whole stream and you want to be here for the launch stream tomorrow, I'm kind of normie. I'm kind of living like an overly healthy lifestyle because I've been trying everything to feel better. So I'm not going to go live on mega late. I'll probably go live tomorrow at a similar-ish time. I'm probably gonna... Actually, I think I want to eat lunch / breakfast. I think I'm going to eat lunch before I start. I'm probably going to go live around noon to 1 p.m. So probably around... I'll probably go live around 7 p.m. European time. So around 7 p.m. European time, when you come home from work, that's around the time I'll be live. So around 7 p.m. European time, or around noon-ish American time is when I'll go live, okay? Because I'm going to wake up tomorrow around 10 a.m., I think. So I'll be ready for that. Yes, earlier in the day by about an hour. Anyway, so that's the plan for streaming. Yeah, Central European time. Anyways... American time. Sorry. It's been too long since I've streamed, okay? I will be live at around noon to 1 p.m. Central Time. And I will be live around 7 p.m. Central European Time. Basically, in like 22, 23 hours from now, I'll be live with the Switch 2. As long as not all 3 deliveries get delayed, I guess. But surely all 3 deliveries are not delayed. Right? What about Sweden time? Sweden time is Central European time. Okay, chat? Don't try and play that game with me. I can't wait for all 3 to be canceled. Yeah, so basically, the reason I have 3 is because... Well, I need 2, because 1 for me and 1 for Maisie. And then, I got a 3rd one because I'm eventually expecting that a homebrew is going to become available, and I want an early version firmware on it, because I'll be using all of them. So I thought I might as well just get one now, so I get one from all of the places, so that I can, you know, also increase my chances of... having them here when they arrive, you know, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so that's why the 3, because technically it's only 2 for me. 1 normal, 1 homebrew, 1 is technically for the wife. But, like I said, I get first dibs, so it's all good. How is the wife? She's good. She's good. She's currently on a walk playing Pokemon Go.
Don't know where I got these.
I think for the 200 bits. Gohan. Don't know where I got these, but I'll drop these here. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Looking good, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I have lost quite a bit of weight, so I'm no longer overweight. Anyways. All right. Chat. Are you ready for the return? It is happening. Switch file name switch to? Oh, sure. You know what? Normally, I don't take file name requests for specifically randos. However, it's kind of a good file name, so I like it. So I'm going to do it. Anyways. Chat, let's get back to it. Today, let's start by returning a little bit of a classic. Well, today, we're going to be doing about a 2 to 4 hour stream. Okay, let's be honest. 3 to 4 hours. Let's be honest. We're never that lucky. 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. Complete this rando. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty long stream where we get back to, you know, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to be checking out Link's Awakening. I really want to see how Link's Awakening performs. That would be really sick to speedrun the Switch 2 version, I think. And then I also want to check out Wind Waker, of course, on Nintendo Switch Online. So a lot of fun stuff to check out tomorrow. Anyways, let's start this in 3, 2, 1, go! And don't worry, chat, I included Sploosh Kaboom in the rando settings. That being said, let's get started! Yeah, I am a little bit anxious about the Breath of the Wild update for the Switch 2, because I'm worried that they ended up at some point doing any patching of the glitches. Tears of the Kingdom, we know... nice. We do know that Tears of the Kingdom will have the glitches patched because it's based upon the latest update, and Tears of the Kingdom already had most of their glitches patched. Not all of them, but a lot of them did. You know, during the life cycle of Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 1. Link's Awakening didn't have any really main glitches patched. Yo, Fishy, thank you for the 10 gifties. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 10 gifties. Welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, so much.
37 months.
Wait, DLSS patched. Wait. Bow lift smuggling slide? Wait, Wiggle Bomb is patched? Wiggle Bomb is patched. We know that for a fact? Uh-oh. Well, now I'm scared about the Breath of the Wild patch. Wiggle Bomb is harder, not patched. Are we sure that it's not the thing where because the game runs at 60 FPS? Because, for example, if you play Breath of the Wild on emulator, not that I would have done that, but if you were to do that, I've heard that if you do that on 60 FPS, BLSS behaves very differently because it behaves very differently because 60 FPS just makes the trick run very weirdly.
Return of the King, link us hype.
I guess we'll see. Well, now we have a lot more testing, it seems like, chat, to do tomorrow. We'll be doing a lot of testing. I need to up so I can hear these alerts. Thank you, Highly for the 22 months. Thank you. It's Jaboy for the 40 months. It's the Return of the King. Indeed. We got a lot of exciting content up ahead, chat. And thank you, Alex, for the 51 months. I can't believe it's going to happen tomorrow. I've waited 2 years for this moment. It's finally going to be able to get it tomorrow. Sidon Amoeba, you'll be mine. Wait, what?
Welcome back.
Doesn't a lot of movement speed in Breath of the Wild depend on lag frames, which presumably would be less on the Switch too? Okay, so there will be both a positive and a negative with the lag in Breath of the Wild. So you can get an increased speed when you take out your paraglider from a BIL/wind bomb if you take out your paraglider on a lag frame. That being said, with Wiggle Bomb, you cannot get as much speed. And you can get lag stops, which kills all your speed from a BIL because of too much lag. So even though, even though there will be some negatives with specifically a speed boost for a lag frame, there will be an increase in other criteria. So I actually think it's going to be pretty big in some regards.
Dude. Been missing your stream.
Thank you, Night Spades, for the 42-month resub. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
And I can't wait for the Switch 2 and to watch you stream again. Yay.
I'm really excited for the Switch 2 and the return as well. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. And thank you, Asami, for the Prime Gaming 7 months as well. Thank you, Cobra, for the 63. MC for the 80. Profit for the 28. Thank you, everybody, so much for the welcome backs. Linkus, did you shave?
I hope you're doing
I did
well.
shave. I did get a haircut, and yeah. All of that is true. And I'm skinnier, so It's even more defined. You can even see it more clearly now. My jawbone again. I did indeed manscape, exactly.
Why people happy?
Do you know if you're going to be able to get the Switch 2 tonight, Linkus? I did not get a midnight Switch 2, and also, that sounds exhausting to pick up Switch 2 up at midnight. That is so late. I want to go to bed at midnight. I don't want to go and pick something up at midnight. That is way too late. Link is, will the daily channel come back? I will give you an update on that very, very soon. I have a lot of these things that I've been working on behind the scenes while I've been able to. I've been a normie for 3 months, chat. I guess I haven't been around a lot because I've been doing all the medical stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of normie now.
Great to
Activate
see you back,
manual.
and especially excited to see you on the Switch 2 tomorrow.
Why?
GLGL.
Why?
Link us cop.
Thank you, Dan, for the 58 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, so much for the resubs. I'm sure I missed a couple. Thank you guys so much for the resubs. I appreciate it. And for coming back and for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you, Divine. I appreciate it. Fisher, Frog, Dan, PSI. Thank you, everybody, so much. I really appreciate y'all coming back. It's been very stressful to not be able to work for so long. It's been adding on to my stress, so I'm glad to see y'all returning. I think it's going to be really fun with the Switch 2 launch. Having a lot of fun stuff up ahead for us to do.
Link us, how dare you come back when I have an important interview in an hour? Now I have to miss it.
No, don't skip the important interview in an hour. Don't do that. Oh my god, I stink. Thank you. Wait, 100, believe it or not, 100 rupees is, no, don't actually sniff. 100 rupees is actually pretty good because we are about to have, do Sploosh Kaboom, which means that we're probably going to go through a lot of rupees. Exactly, it's the allowance for Sploosh. Chat, listen, okay? I promise, okay? There's no need to come over here, okay? Everything is good over here. Alright, let's see how Sploosh Kaboom goes. Here we go. Okay. Oh. So close to sub 20 on the first try. Okay, still a win. Okay, still a win, still huge. We just have to win under 20. We just have to win one more time under 20.
Sploosh.
Close. Exactly, this is the content we've all been missing, chat. This is the content. Damn. I can't win. Under 20. Linkus are using the pro... No, I'm not using the Sploosh Kaboom solver for the randomizers. We're playing this in true old-fashioned vanilla. Yeah, you want me to check all the 4 corners as my first hits, Chad? Is that the pattern you want me to use? Okay.
Finally some good old sploosh kaboom like when I started watching you. Here is my sub.
Okay. Hold. Didn't check the corners. Fine. Okay, just because that worked this one time does not mean it's a good strat. I'm telling you, I never want to hear it again, okay? I was trying to make a point. The point is not the corners is a good idea, okay? I don't care what you say. This does not mean anything. This does not mean anything. Oh my god, that does not mean anything. Cannot believe. Cannot believe we got sub 20 on that attempt. That does not mean this is a valid strat. This does not mean anything. Oh, I tried first base. Still doesn't mean anything. And still doesn't mean anything, okay? Listen, what just happened does not mean anything. It is not a good strat to shoot the corners.
Glad to see you back. Hope you're doing better. You should know chat.
No, this confirms nothing, Chad. This doesn't mean. This doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Hey, power bracelets. See? That's the same color of the cheese on the corner we just got, okay? Doesn't mean nothing. I cannot believe we actually got sub 20 on the corner strat. I cannot actually believe it worked. I can't believe it. Cannot believe that worked.
Linkus is back.
Hi, Arlo. Yes, I am indeed back. Thank you for the 3 months for 32. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of content coming up with the Switch 2 launch. We are set to go crazy here.
Of course it worked. It's tried and tested at 100% success rate.
I'm really depressed right now because my girlfriend of 4 years just broke up with me. I need some advice if you have any, of course. Tomorrow, the Switch 2 is getting launched, which is the greatest distraction I have ever heard because time heals all wounds. And there's nothing you can do. If you sit at home and you're being sad right now, you're not going to feel any better. Let's be honest. You sitting and thinking about the fact that you just got broken up is not going to make you feel any better. The only thing that's going to make you feel better is letting some time go by. So buy the Switch 2 tomorrow. Go home, get Mario Kart, get Donkey Kong, play some video games, distract yourself for the next month of your life, and then things are going to get easier. Trust me. And maybe watch How My Stream on the side. That one is a little bit more of a biased advice, though, but the first part, I really do mean do it. What I did when I ended up having a long-term breakup was that I decided to stream 12 hours a day, every single day for like a few months. So it worked pretty good for me. And it worked great for you guys too. It was a win-win. Wait, okay, legitimately, side note, disregarding the question, Donkey Kong is not a launch game? I thought Donkey Kong was a launch game alongside Mario Kart. Is Mario Kart the only main launch game? Not the Joy Pendant. Not the Joy Pendant. Comes out in July. Oh, okay, so in like, okay, gotcha. Okay, so it's not literally a launch title, but it's almost pretty much a launch. I got it, okay. Thank you, Fishy, for the gift sub to Shino. I appreciate it. And thank you, Raves, for the 48 months. Thank you, everybody, so much. Isn't Twitch adding a new feature for subscribers to make it even more worth it? Where I thought I saw this. I haven't been on the internet much for the past month, but didn't Twitch announce that they were finally adding a YouTube style feature to their player where you can click back to go back in time? So it's kind of like an updating video when you're streaming. So you can actually like live rewind. And I think it's added for Nitro users and subscribers. I don't know if it's live yet or not, but I was going to say that is literally one of the main reasons I will sub to people again. Because that is so huge, because I cannot tell you how many times I have had to clip because I wanted to hear something again or I missed something, and then the clip generated wrong or badly and it didn't even get the moment, and then I have a bunch of clips filled up with nonsense. I cannot be alone in this. So I am so excited for real that they're finally adding a rewind feature. It's like one of the main features I've been wanting for so long. I don't think YouTube streaming is better in any way, but the one feature that always made me jealous of YouTube was that. It was always the fact that it was treated as a live expanding YouTube video rather than a live stream and the video being separate. I always thought that was a very good thing. Secret cave chart. Okay. Yeah, I don't know when they're adding it yet, but also true. That will also be very nice when it comes to if ads interrupt, because then you can go back and see if you happen to miss one specific thing. All right, I'm gonna do something for the true fans out there. Let's catch the ferry and let's save Grandma. Also, I forgot about the dungeons. We don't have to do Wind Temple. And then what was the other dungeon we didn't have to do? It was 4 out of 6. Which one was it?
I missed the notification. Hi, Linkus. So happy to see you streaming today. Linkus love.
Why no Wind Waker HD? Because we're gonna get Wind Waker on the Switch tomorrow. This is the version to play. This is the de-rust to get ready for tomorrow. All right, Grandma. I'm here. Linkus, what's the likelihood of you doing manual Super Suma Joy-Cons? 0. Thank you, Algie, for the 50 months. I missed the notification. Hi, Link, is so happy you're streaming today. I'm glad to be back as well. All right, Grandma. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna... You know what? Okay, can I say something, chat, that I actually legit... Okay, I actually need to be a little bit negative about Nintendo here. And I know that I'm, like, #1 Nintendo fan, and I always say positive things about Nintendo. But I need to say something I'm a little bit worried about, or I think is... that I'm actually a little bit sad about. Okay? And I know I don't want to be a downer. I know the Switch 2 is coming out tomorrow, and I know I'm excited about it. But I have to say this, okay? Hear me out. I'm not going to talk about the price or anything like that, but here is one thing that I have been a little bit sad about. I am genuinely really unhappy that they're using the same operating system for the Switch 2 as they are with the Switch 1, and the fact that the box looks almost identical to the box for the Switch 1, because I want to open up a console and feel like I'm playing a new console. I don't like that literally the box looks like the Switch 1, and then when you boot it up, it looks like the Switch 1, but it has like a few new animations. I want to open it up and be like, man, like this is the one reason, I'm sure I can't be alone on this. This is one main reason I stopped getting new iPhones every year. Because it feels the same. If you upgrade your iPhone, and I'm sure it's the same with Android, from one, like the same to the next year, it feels the same. It doesn't feel like a new phone. It just feels like it's slightly faster. So that's why I miss like when they would have huge updates, right? And with consoles, it's always like, ooh, a new operating system. Ooh, everything looks new and shiny. Ooh, everything is brand new. I am a little bit sad that they're sticking with the same OS as what we currently have. Can I break these, or do I have to fly over with the leaf? Oh, okay. Yo, thank you, Small Ant, for the 59 months. My goat returns. It is great to be back, Small Ant. And it's great to see you. I hope you've been well. Hope you've been better than me. But anyways, maybe, I'm not saying that this is going to ruin my experience for the Switch 2. I'm not saying that this is a complaint that's going to, like, doom the Switch. But I just wanted to say something, because I can't be alone in the fact that, yes, if you asked me what I wanted from the Switch 2, I would have told you I want a Switch that's more powerful. That is what I would have told you. They gave me what I wanted. I just wanted it to, like, literally have an operating system that was a little bit more unique, so it doesn't feel like it's the same. Even the game boxes looks identical. I'm telling you, so many people are gonna get confused and buy the wrong game box, because it literally looks like the same pretty much, just one says Switch 2 at the top and one says Switch. I just wish that that the operating system looked a bit different and that everything felt a little bit newer. I don't have a problem with the physical Joy-Con design and the tablet design staying the same, because you can't really change that much. Wait a second. Maisie was not a sub? My wife was not sub to me? What the damn hell? What? Chat, just to give you an idea, maybe if you streamed more. Bro. You cannot shots fire me right now. Maisie, you've had like one stream in 9 months, and I have tier 3 subbed you for all 9 of those months. Do not try to play the streaming card on me. Don't you dare try. Bro hasn't even perma'd his wife.
Skilless you.
Sorry, I can't hear you, guy. Man, I'm feeling really... Oh, bad connection. I'm sorry. Is it true you're 5'6"? No, I'm 5'8". This is something that I have realized as I've met people in real life multiple times. I think that I've shot myself in the foot when it comes to my height, because here's what I've realized is the problem. My chair is genuinely a fairly big chair, and I do sit very slouched forward. But me saying, guys, I'm not short, it's just a really big chair, I swear, I think has done the opposite effect, where even though it's partially true, I think it has made it sound like I am tiny short, and I am using it as a major excuse. Because I can tell you how, like, one of the most common things I've heard people say when I meet them for the first time in real life is, wow, you're so much taller than I thought. Not like, wow, you are tall. Just taller than I thought because I'm not short. Once again, clarifying, they're not telling me I'm tall, I'm taller. Because they imagine me as like a 5'5", 5'6", tiny little guy down here. I get you, Linkus. It seems by appearances that you're 4'2", but you're actually 5'0". That is not what I'm saying. That is not the point. Are you going to showcase the Switch 2 tomorrow? Tomorrow is going to be a long Switch 2 streams, and it's going to be amazing.
Good to see you all here.
Yeah, I played Pokemon Go back in 2016. And then I picked it back up in 2018, 2019, and then I basically have not played it since. But Maisie has really gotten into Pokemon lately, and that includes, like, mainline games, and that includes Pokemon Go. And I play with her now. So I've gotten back to Pokemon Go. I was not planning to. But Maisie's having fun, and I like when she has fun, so I'm having fun with her. Iron Boots and Mirror Shield at the same place? Okay. I don't really care too much because it literally only gives me access to one island, which is Ice Ring. But if it keeps up, it could lead to a good item. So, okay, here's why I didn't react to those items, in case you don't know. The Mirror Shield only is really useful for the boss in Earth Temple and like 2 other item slots, but really almost nothing in Earth Temple, and basically it's Minecraft Isle. And when it comes to Iron Boots is only useful for one thing and one thing only, and it is 2 rooms in Wind Temple. And I don't have Wind Temple as part of the seed, meaning there is 0 use items for Iron Boots, because I do not need it for any sort of wind or anything like that, or slippery slope, because I can get around without it. Hey, you got a note to Mom. Hi, Mom.
Thank you!
Can't use my resub message because I got gifted a tier 3 sub, so this will have to do. Ahem. Osmus has resubbed for 48
Oh
months,
god, it's breaking up. Are you guys, did you guys hear something?
Hey, chat,
oh man, oh no, something is breaking up.
reveal.
Can you guys,
So
are you guys
here's a
hearing
hint.
something?
My name has
Oh
a
no,
letter of
I
the
think there was an
alphabet in
important
it.
message. I can't hear it. I can't. Thank you, Awesomers. I appreciate it. Okay, so I know for tomorrow how... Okay, Chad, I want tomorrow to be a stream about us, okay? So I'm curious. I would like some feedback here for tomorrow. When it comes to my content, what would you be the most excited about us doing first and spending the most time on? Would it be Mario Kart? Would it be Wind Waker on the Switch? Would it be Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom / Link's Awakening / any of like the Switch games? Like, what is the main thing you would want to see? I'm obviously going to do more than one. I'm going to clarify. Because it's going to be a long stream, so I'm going to check out more than just one thing. But I would just like to know, like, to start, like, what would be your interest mainly? Yeah, let's do a poll on it. Can we do a poll chat? Mods 2 minutes, and we can make it highest interest. And then the options will be Mario Kart, it will be Wind Waker, or Switch upgrades. And that, like, Switch games, which just includes, like, all the Zelda, you know, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I will do multiple. I will not just do one thing tomorrow, but I will spend more time on one than the other ones, obviously, because I don't have a limited amount of time tomorrow. So, I want to know what I should prioritize starting and focusing on. There's a lot of different reactions when we're talking about 5'8". With men, it's like, oh, okay, you're tall. But when it's with a girl, it's like, oh, you're so tall. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if you are not 5'8". I have never once had any man or woman ever look at me and say, you're so tall at 5'8". I'm telling you, that has never happened once. All at most they would say is I'm average height. I'm telling you, you might think if only I was 5'8", I would get these compliments. You don't. You do not. That does not happen. That is not part of any world. You do not get talks about being short, but you do not get any compliments about being tall either. It is just 5'7", 5'8", I think people just see as default. Does that make sense? Like, it's just default. You get no reaction. It's no compliments, but it's also no criticisms. It's just default. That's how people will see you. Once you get like a 5'9", you're getting closer to it. Maybe a few people. Once you hit 5'10", that's when you start getting like the tall compliments. But yeah, I'm telling you just right now, nah. 100%. None of those comments of 5'8". They're not happening. Thank you, Yoyan, for the 69-month resub, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Saying 69 Pog. Thank you. Since there seems to be a lot of people in chat who are sad that they're not tall, I'm going to say something from a nurse's perspective that should make you happier. Overall, right now, maybe when you're young and you're trying to date, it doesn't feel great. But trust me, when you get older, you're going to be thankful you're not tall because your chances of back pain and back problems is way less. Because almost every tall person, once they hit their, once they start getting older, start to have back pain. Even in your 20s, you might start getting back pain. And you might be like, I'm short and I have back pain. No, trust me, you do not understand the type of back pain you can get if you do not take overly care of you when you're tall. When you're tall, if you don't take overly care of, your posture and everything, it hurts. So you can at least be thankful about that. So when you get older, you're gonna feel a lot better with your back. You sounds like you're talking out of experience from your past life. No, it was some this research thing I had to read for a nursing class about how different life factors affect it was a paper I had to read about quality of life versus life expectancy, and basically contributing points of how much more worthy it is to live longer depending on if your life experience or your life quality goes down, and also the main like factors that most drastically impact your quality of life, etc., etc. It was a bunch of stuff like that. It was years ago though that I had to read that now because it was for nursing, but yeah. I will tell you though, if you feel like, man, Linkus sounds really judgmental, I'm telling you, even though that is something I had to read, if you ask me what some of the most unhealthy people ever are, they are nurses. So don't feel bad. This is not coming from a judgmental point of view. I'm telling you, we might have read that, but we do not follow that, okay? Because, like, anything healthcare related is a very stressful job, so they just start to get really unhealthy. So it is not coming from a judgmental point of view. All right. Anyways, where's the sword? There we go. Thank you, Lost Lover, for the 23-month resub, saying he's back. Indeed, I am back.
Thank you!
Oh no. Chat. I have bad news. Because Linkus hasn't streamed in so long, my watch streak resets Sag.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Awesomers. That can't be. It's impossible. I don't want to go further and then find out I'm missing a small key. I'm going to go over and I'm going to go over to the boss key room because I think I should be able to do it with my current items. Let me go and do this quickly. Well, we can build up a new watch streak, chat. This will be like a new chapter in our streaming era, okay? This will be the chapter of recovery/return. It'll be the new era. Are you going to play Deltarune tomorrow?
Oh
I have never. I have never.
Chat him going to glorp all over
I have never played Deltarune or what's the original game called again? Undertale. Yeah, I never actually play those games. So I'm gonna say no because I never played them. But I know they're good games, and I hope you guys are excited about them. But unfortunately, I will not be playing it. Hey Linkus, what are your thoughts on having to buy the Switch 2 upgrade packs? As long as it adds new content, I am fine with it. If it's just if it was an update for no new features, then I think it's a scam. But I think if I understand it correctly, if I'm not wrong, the upgrade packs that cost money are the ones that add content, and the games where they just are improving the frame rate and the resolution, they are doing it for free. If I'm not mistaken. So I do not have a problem with it, actually. Linkus, what are your thoughts on RPGs? Ooh.
Link us comfy, link us comfy, link us comfy.
The game story has to be really damn good for me to get through an RPG. You know, Chad, I'm actually curious about this. What do you guys think about Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2? Obviously, it looks better and it looks smooth and it looks much better and not laggy and there's more Pokemon. But does that change how you feel about the game as a whole? Like, does that change how you feel about the game as a whole, or just like, oh, it's playable now? Like, does it go from a bad to a good game for you, or an okay to a good game for you, or does it stay the same ranking? It's just that you feel like one of your complaints in that ranking got removed, which is like, oh, it feels playable now.
Excited for the randomizer. Link us swag.
Linkus, how do you feel about the fact that most announced third-party games for the Switch 2 has been around for many, many years?
High school, and now that I've graduated college and gotten a big kid job, I can finally support my streamers. Hope you're having a good day, link us comfy.
I think when it comes to what games are available at launch, I think people forget what it's usually like. I think a lot of people are forgetting how, like, video game consoles are usually like. Look, okay, this number might not be fully accurate, but it's close. The Switch 2 will have already announced more first-party games releasing for the Switch 2 within the first year than the PlayStation 5 did in 5 years. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were to run up the numbers, it would add up to something like that. Like, it is not close. Like, yes, right now, there is basically Mario Kart, and there is just upgraded Switch 1 games. But I'm telling you, in terms of what we know is coming out, it is a pretty packed launch in the first year compared to many other recent consoles. And like all the other consoles that have been out, like the Switch 2, like the PS5, almost every game that's been released for the PS5 has been available for the PS4. So it's not like it's technically a quote-unquote new game for the PS5. I've lived 60 different lifetimes in those 5 years, bro. Yeah, the PS5 has lived an interesting life cycle. Can you guys believe I still don't have a sword, by the way? Can we just appreciate that? I haven't found a sword. I'm 45 minutes in, and it's not a max settings randomizer or anything like that. I have checked over 1/3 of all the items. No, there's no need to do a gamba. I promise you we're gonna find the sword
Silver
any
baby.
second now.
Gamba for when sword.
Bam, sword. Told you. It could have been, okay? That sword looks weird. Trust me, chat. It's a sword. That is true. It could you could get a paper cut with that sword, which is pretty awesome. I think I just landed in lava. Oops. Oh my god, I do not need a tutorial. I know I fell in the lava, but leave me alone. I'm as embarrassed as you are. Do you watch any series? Ooh, Picto Box. Okay, that actually gives us a couple of more item checks. That's actually a pretty good item, believe it or not. And a Triforce Shard. Okay. Now, if only I can find that sword. Anyways, I've actually... Okay, so... If you would have asked me before like 3 months ago, I would basically tell you I don't really watch or play much of anything because I usually would just kind of work, and then when I'm done streaming, I just want to do IRL stuff. But when you're sick and you're laying in bed or sitting on the couch all day, every day, over and over again, there's nothing to do but to do that. So, been watching way too much TV for a lifetime because I don't like to watch TV. But right now, Maisie is basically doing something. I decided that I needed to be a better husband. And I could not accept the fact that Maisie continuously said that she did not like Pokemon because she'd never played Pokemon. So what I did is I was a good husband. I went out and I bought a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver. And then I said, play this game. And then she got hooked. She got addicted. She ended up loving it. And she has been on Pokemon from waking up to going to bed every single day. So she ended up spending so much time playing Soul Silver. And now she's currently playing Diamond. Did not want to apply a Platinum, but I think Diamond's fine. I already had a Diamond. So she's playing Diamond right now. And during all of this, I'm telling you when I say she's addicted to Pokemon, that's all we can do. She's bought plushies of Pokemon. We watch the Pokemon anime as we're playing Pokemon. When we go out, she plays Pokemon Go. Everything right now is about Pokemon. We watch the Pokemon movies. So, right now, my whole life is basically Pokemon. That's it. My whole life is just watching Pokemon. Maisie playing Pokemon, we watching Pokemon while Maisie's playing it. It's just Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. The order we're doing things in, by the way, because she is so into Pokemon right now that she wants to experience it all. So here's the game plan that I have for her. And you can disagree with it. That's fine. I don't care. We're started with Soul Silver. Then she's doing Diamond. After Diamond, she's playing Black and White. After Black and White, we're jumping to 3DS, and I'm going to have her play Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Then I'm going to have her try X and Y. Then after that, we're jumping over to the Switch generation because I'm not touching Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon. Not doing that. Not touching those games. I don't care. And that's the game plan. That's how she's going to experience Pokemon. I think it's a pretty good game plan. What's wrong with Sun and Moon? Listen, I cannot stand story in Pokemon as is. And when it's 3 hours of tutorials to get started, you lost me. And I heard people say Ultra Sun and Moon are much better. Keyword is much better. People never say it's great. People say it's much better because they're comparing it to Sun and Moon. No. Not happening, chat. I'm sorry, not happening. Even people who defend the game always just say it's much better because it's always the same. Sun and Moon are bad, and people say, well, Sun and Moon are much better. They fixed a lot of the faults. Never saying it's good. It's always like, well, it's not as bad.
Hope you are doing better. Have my money. Only one more month away, Poggers BTW. Welcome back, Link us party.
Listen, Chad, I'm basing this upon other people. I have not played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I've just heard what people have said, because I know that I would not be interested in Sun and Moon. One thing that I have realized that apparently is a hot take that I didn't realize was a hot take. I didn't realize how much people hated Sword and Shield. I thought Sword and Shield was pretty alright. I did not. I know when it launched, people were mad because it didn't have all 1,000 Pokemon. But I didn't realize outside of that how much people hated Sword and Shield. Because I really think it's an alright game. I kind of enjoyed it. I really enjoyed playing Sword and Shield. And I thought that DLC was pretty good too. Okay, we got another fighting item. Hero's Bow. Still no sword. And the green rupee. But at least it's something to fight with. Get Macy to play Let's Go Pikachu. Oh, she will. I really, if you ask me what I want out of a Pokemon game, I'm going to be honest with you. I would rather them do a concept similarly to what they decided to try and do in Sword and Shield, okay? Just hear me out. I want the graphics to be like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee with basically a 2.5D game, where it's 3D but in the normal playstyle of a 2D game. If you want open world sections like Sword and Shield did, I'm fine with it, but I want the main gameplay to be kind of traditional overworld like the Let's Go games were. I don't want all open world. Maybe I'm alone on this, but I'm tired of open world games. I don't want all open world. I have had so much open world games now for years. I feel like every single PlayStation and Xbox game turned open world, and I played that for like 3-4 years now. And now Nintendo just caught up and started doing it too. And I can't take more open world. I don't want it. I don't want more open world. Oops, I forgot to click this off. Bam. When is Fire Red? Okay, I was going to have Macy start on Pokemon Fire Red, and she basically said she could not do GBA.
Thank you.
And I had to respect that
Don't you dare
opinion.
skip black 2/white 2 link us.
Link is, don't you dare skip a black 2 and white 2. Well, I'm going to stream those games. I bought them so that I can stream them, and I bought a DS capture card. Once the Switch 2 is like the initial launch is like done, I'm going to play Black and White 2 because I never played them. Okay, I played a bit of Black when I was super young, and I have no memory of it. I never played Black and White 2. I played some of Black, but I have zero memory of it. I basically would say I've not played Black and White, either of the two, because I have no memory of it. I just because Black came out right at the same time as I lost interest in Pokemon. So I played a lot of Gen 4, but as Gen 5 came out, it was right at the time where I stopped caring about Pokemon, so I didn't really play it. So I was planning on playing Black and White 1 and Black and White 2 on stream for like the first time. Because I know a lot of people online say that Gen 5 is so good, and I thought, you know what? Then I'll stream it. Also, I agree. Still no sword. Is it going to be normal casual playthroughs? Well, I mean, I guess yes. If you're asking me if I'm doing shiny only, there's no way. On a 1 in 8,000 game, no way. Chat, I'm not doing a Nuzlocke or a challenge for a first playthrough. I've never played them. That seems more like a replay challenge than a first playthrough challenge. How am I just not finding anything? Okay, it's time to do the bottom right. Yeah, by the way, chat, if you want to know, by the way, how unlucky I am on the 1 in 8,000 odds, when Maisie started Soul Silver, she wanted me to play with her, so I restarted my old save file and my actual card. And I decided, you know what, I've always heard that the easiest shiny starter to get is on Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because you can check you get 3 encounter checks per reset. And the reset is only about 26 seconds. This will be great. 1 in 8,000 chance. It took me over 20,000 encounters. Over 20,000 encounters. I spent a week for hours every day resetting. Over 20,000 encounters. I was about 4x odds before I found it. At least I got a Totodile after all of that. If I got a Chikorita after all that, I would have been so mad. At least it was Totodile. But oh my god. Am I done shiny hunting for a bit of time? Unless it's like a special method, like Poke Radar or Masuda method or something like that. But full odds shiny hunting, I can't do it. Better question is, why did you even count if you were just doing a casual playthrough? Because I just looked at my... I'm confused about the question. Sorry, what? Do you guys not keep track of how long you've been shiny hunting for? Am I the weird one here? I'm confused. Like, I'm not saying I have a counter and I literally press 1, 1, 1 every single time. Instead, I basically know, I basically just only have the game open if I'm actively hunting. I don't leave it on. And then I can look at my playtime and I can get a really good estimate because I know how long I'm taking in between each attempt. Wah! Surely one of these chests here will be... shiny. A sword. Surely one of these chests will have a sword. Honestly, the odds of finding a sword at this point feels pretty much the same as finding a shiny. So I don't think it's that far off at this point. So I'm confused. People who are testing Breath of the Wild glitches right now to confirm if they work or don't work, is this people playing the Switch 1 version because they patched the Switch 1 version and like in preparation for the Switch 2 version, so they're testing on the Switch 1 and that's how they're testing? Or are people having Switch 2 copies early? Sorry, like their Nintendo Switch delivered early. Also, no sword from that chest. Yes, MC, they did just release a new patch. For Switch 1 and 2, apparently. Dude, come on. I don't think Nintendo is going out of their way to patch all the glitches on these old games. It's more just that they're having to go back to these old games to make them ready for the Switch 2, for the deluxe versions. I don't know if they actually went out. If it's only BLSS that's patched, but not BILs or any of the other glitches, I feel like that's more to do with them changing how the game works and being able to run at 60 FPS and everything like that, rather than them actively trying to patch the one glitch and leave all the other ones working, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. But that seems more like they were changing things and accidentally fixed that glitch. Because knowing Nintendo, they would not leave all the other glitches just untouched, but they fixed the one. And people are also saying it's partially patched, which does not sound like Nintendo. Nice, okay. Fire and Ice Arrow. Still no sword, by the way. Anyways, that does not sound like Nintendo for them to go ahead and actually, like, partially patch a glitch. Because we already knew on emulator, if you use BLSS, the glitch is super weird at 60 FPS. I am telling you, the glitch is messed up at 60 FPS on emulator. Also, let's see what items we got from the storage. Anything? No, just Earth God lyrics. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the game is messed up with BLSS on 60 FPS. We know that from emulator already, so there's probably some shenanigans going on with that. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of physics that do not work well on 60 FPS. Like, have any of you guys... Okay, have any of you guys played Breath of the Wild at 60 FPS on emulator? Have you noticed how things like your jumping animation is not as high, or your climbing on walls are not as high as it should be? Like, if you played 60 FPS Breath of the Wild and you are a nerd like me, you will have noticed that. Maybe if you're not a nerd, you might not have noticed it. But, like, if you know, oh yeah, this wall, you can just barely get up with 3 jumps, but then you're at 60 FPS and you notice, oh, actually, you can't cover that thing in 3 jumps. There's a lot of small physics things that gets broken ever so slightly on emulator when you play Breath of the Wild on 60 FPS. There's just a lot of strange physics things. And they're not huge enough where a casual would be bothered by it if you're just playing on emulator. But as a speedrunner who, like, I can just tell you, things get weird. So Nintendo must have had to do multiple changes if they did not want those to stay in. Because even the best, like I said, community-made FPS mods for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they still change the physics. The physics do not stay one-to-one. They're close. They are close. It's like a 95% same, where a casual might not notice it fully, but it's there. And if you know the game well, trust me, it's not how it should be. I assume they would not fix Whistle Sprint. Like I said, I don't think Nintendo went out of their way to patch Breath of the Wild. I think they just might have accidentally patched glitches when they needed to fix the physics engine, is my guess, without having it in hand. I just don't think they would go back and actually patch all those glitches at this point. I think they just unintentionally would fix some things based upon changing how physics work. Wait, there's a submarine here too. Forgot I'm doing submarine. Oh, I have a third Triforce piece? You're right, thank you. Yeah, in general, when it comes to Nintendo patching glitches, they will actively... This is the main thing I've noticed as someone who follows glitches and like makes many YouTube videos covering Nintendo game with glitches. I feel, here's my impression of Nintendo. After literally basically the first about week of a launch of a game, they only patch glitches if they need to patch other stuff as well. Does that make sense? They do not go out of their way to patch glitches, but sometimes if a game is newer, like it's a week or 2 old, and there are actual glitches that affect the game itself or could be affecting a casual or crashing or something like that, then when they release that patch to fix the essential things, they also throw in some bug fixes for the glitches that the community has found. But if there is no actual things that needs fixing for a casual, they don't usually go out of their way to just release a patch just for the speedrun glitches. It's usually if there's there's an overlap. Actually, let's go over here. A fuse entanglement or zuggling? No, awesomers. I'm not saying they don't patch speedrun glitches. I'm saying they didn't really, for Tears of the Kingdom, they didn't release a patch that only patched speedrun glitches and did 0 glitch fixes for a casual or 0 improvements for a casual. I'm just saying speedrun glitches is not the single-handed reasoning for Nintendo releasing an update. They will update speedrun glitches when they're anyways releasing an update for other stuff. That's what I'm saying. The first about week or 2, they do care about some of the glitches, but after the first week or 2, they will only sometimes release an update for a glitch or 2 here and there, but it's never for the sake of, oh, speedrunners found this. It's like, oh, yeah, we need to release this support for the phone app. Oh, well, we're doing that, we might as well fix this one glitch. It's kind of how it seems like to do it. Oh, wait, I just realized. Chat. Europeans watching. If you're going for a midnight launch, you're getting your Switch at 2 in 2 hours, aren't you? I don't know. How is there? I don't know. Is there a lot of European stores that's doing midnight launches? I know America, it's a big thing. I know some European stores do it, but it's mostly local stores. Is there a lot of people here who's picking up a midnight copy? Because in Sweden, there was one local game store that would do midnight releases, but other than that one local store, pretty much no like big stores would ever do a midnight release in Sweden. So I don't know if people are doing it here.
Hope you continue feeling better, Linkus love.
Unfortunately, the nearest midnight launch is another city, and the last train at home will be left by then. What a European comment that's so cute, and I'm so not used to it because I live in America now. Unfortunately, I can't go to the nearby town because the last train has left by then. Dude. Not having to drive everywhere is crazy. That is such a crazy comment that an American can never relate to ever. I can't go because that's after the last train is left. Dude. You don't have trains in America? Okay. I think I can speak for all Americans when I say we have trains, but the routes are so limited, the price is not great, and they're all so old that we don't want to use those trains. Because and if you want to use those, if you can use those trains, you're at a very specific areas of the country. We do not want to use those trains. Trains here suck. There's very few routes where you actually would have advantage using a train in America. However, I have some good news. Don't worry, because while America refuses to buy a new railroad, we will gladly add more lanes to the highways. Because anytime there is traffic in America, our solution is to add more lanes, baby. That's right. Better traffic solutions, adding roundabouts instead of stop signs. No, fuck that. More lanes. That's all we do, baby, and it always works. Just add another lane. Add more lanes, baby. That's the American way to solve traffic. We just add more lanes. Yeah. 99% of traffic planners stop one lane before fixing traffic. Exactly. Okay. I have now lived in America long enough to say one thing, okay? This might piss off some Americans. If you take this personally, then it probably applies to you. So I'm not sorry. Do you know what I think would if we are stuck in America on the idea that we need to have roads and cars and lanes, and we hate trains and we hate boats and we hate all the other solutions. If we want to fix traffic, do you know what I think would make the biggest impact? Are you ready for this? Actually having any requirements to getting your license. I am telling you, at this point, it would have such a better impact if we actually got good drivers here. No offense, but you guys suck at driving. Americans are so bad. I'm telling you, There would be such a better impact on traffic if people learned how to drive instead of adding more lanes. Because people will be too close to the other cars, people will slow down, people cause snake effects, people get in accidents they don't need to be in, people drive like this, people have road rage like crazy, people swerve across all the lanes because they gotta drive their Ford F-350s that they're never gonna use for anything, and then everyone panic brakes because they didn't check their blind spots, and now you got another snake effect, and then another one, and another one, and bam. We're just going down a spiral. So instead of making more lanes, maybe we should just require any requirements before you get your license. Maybe we just need to make it a little bit more hard before you get a license.
My 77 months.
Have you ever considered that the problem is that you're not driving fast enough and that's why you get so close to the Ford? Oh. So true. So true. That is so true. Maybe we're just not driving fast enough. Dude, Europeans, I'm telling you one thing. As someone who's lived in Germany, I've also driven in France.
Swag.
God bless my soul. That was not fun. But anyways, and I have also, like, obviously lived and driven in Sweden and Denmark and Norway. I'm telling you, not only are there more lanes here, but the base speeds are so much higher. You know, like a side road where you drive by residential homes and the average speed would be either 30 or 50 kilometers an hour? Usually that would be like, maybe if it's fast, like 50. Those same roads are 70 kilometers. Like, the 45-kilometer roads are 70 in America. Like, we are literally driving through those neighborhoods at 45 miles per hour, where in Europe it would be 30 miles per hour. Like, every single place is 20 to 30 kilometers per hour faster than a Europe would be. Like, not only are there way more like lanes, it's fast everywhere. God bless Texas, by the way. Can we get an amen? Freedom. It's also 30 kilometers per hour in residential. What the fuck is happening in the south? Hey, don't look at me. Don't look at me, okay? I'm experiencing some freedom down here. Do you know what's also really funny with specifically Texas compared to other states? As someone who's now been in, like, what, 23 states? Texas has a funny problem that I cannot imagine how much money we waste because of this. But are you ready for this, Chad? Texas has almost everywhere wider lanes than every other state because there are so many trucks. Because everyone has a goddamn pickup truck or the biggest SUVs here, the default lane size that they build are wider. I cannot imagine how much more money and just wasted space we use and resources on that, but every single lane is wider. Okay, I will say, on a side note, this one I actually don't have as much of a trouble with, because I'm going to be honest, I personally like the wider lanes because I don't drive the wide truck, meaning I have a normal car and I have more space, so it feels nice to not be in as tight of a lane when there's like 3 or 4 lanes of traffic. but it's still so funny to me that we have gotten so big here and everyone is driving such big trucks that we now have to, by default, build wider roads everywhere. You heard me say wider lane? Like white? Wait, how do you even say that word? White? Whiter. White? No, that sounds like, no, that can't be how you pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that something is white-er? How do you even say that? How would you even say that? Is that even a word? That can't be a word. Because obviously wider means wide, but if you want to say make something wider, wait, it's the same. You're right. Make something wider, make something wider. Oh, it's that tiny T sound, isn't it? I think so. It's like that tiniest change in that sound. I hear it. What item did I just get? What item did I just get? What item did I just get? A rupee bag. Thank you. I was gonna say, I feel like I got something that led to an item check. That is true. Also, how is this seed going the way it is? How do I not have a sword? Are you happy with yourself right now, chat? This seems like a dream seed, okay? Hey, this is a short seed. Almost. Actually, wait. Oh my god. I've checked 88 out of 59 locations and I haven't found a sword. Oh my god. Wait. How? Dude, speaking about Americans, do you want to know something that was like a scary question? I am here and I'm following all the rules, but it's still like a very scary question. Why? So when I went to the ER recently, I was at the ER and after I've been in there for an hour, the person came by to like get down my insurance information because obviously they want to get paid. This is America. And as I'm sitting there, I get a question I've never heard before. And even though like I had it with me, it was still like scary to hear. It was like, okay, can you show me your immigration status? And I was like, I'm in an ER. Apparently there's a new law in Texas where they gotta check your immigration status when you go to a hospital. And I don't know why, but it felt like the most like weird and scary thing ever to be sitting there in the ER. You are literally so not good because you're in the ER and they're like, can we see your immigration papers? It's like, what the hell are you doing? What did I do? But I guess here you go. Hi, Eric. I am indeed back. It's great to see you. Are you excited for the Switch? No, wait, I know. Eric, aren't you going on vacation? I hope you've been doing good, gamer. I was worried. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't responded to your DM. I have literally, like, 30 plus... I have not answered almost any DMs in, like, the last month and a half because of my health problems. So I haven't really been answering anything. I delayed my vacation. Who do you think I am? Listen, I already thought it was weird that you were going on vacation for the Switch 2. And then I said, no, you must be wrong. Because I was talking to Maisie about this. Maisie said he's going on vacation. I said that can't be right. The Switch 2 is coming out. Then she said, no, he is going on vacation. And then I said, you can't be right. He's going to play the Switch 2. But then you did the Tears of the Kingdom 100% playthrough 1 week before the deluxe 60 FPS 1080p definitive edition releases, and I thought, maybe you're right, he is going on vacation, because otherwise, why wouldn't he wait a week to do the same challenge, but on the Switch too? So then I got convinced that you must be going on vacation, because otherwise, why didn't you wait a week? You wanted your dupes? Oh, this makes so... Oh my god, I'm so out of the game. How did I not think of that? Oh, I'm so stupid. How did I not think of that? Oh my god, I forgot about the glitches. I forgot. Oh my goodness, I've got a normie. That makes so much sense. The glitches. Can I ask you a question, Linkus? When was the last time you played this game casually? No glitches, no speedrun strats whatsoever. 2018, I did a speedrun. Okay, a playthrough with a timer. I called it casual percent. I basically banned myself from doing anything a casual would not do. So I basically said, okay, I'm not going to follow the glitchless rules. I'm going to do a casual one. I have to do everything a casual would. So, for example, I get to an area and I'm like, I know there's a glitchless skip here, or I know how to do this password, but a casual would do all of this. So I have to do it. So it was me doing everything that a casual would. Called it casual percent. Did that in 2018. I haven't had a reason to do it yet after that because, believe it or not, but it don't matter how much time passes. I know everything about this game at this point. There is no... like, if anything, me doing this casually is easier than me doing it with speedrunning strats. Did I somehow accidentally randomize my randomizer to use, like, to do swordless instead of no starting sword? How do I not have a sword? I have never seen this before in my whole life. Okay, I have to check. Oh my god. Let me check my settings. No, it is actually no starting sword. I have actually just been this unlucky. This is not the wrong settings. This is actually just bad luck. Okay, well, once we start finding those items, I am telling you, it's gonna be fast. Because I want to remind you, there are 54 item checks left in the whole game. And there are 4 sword upgrades. 4. And I need all 4 to beat the game. In average, we'll be getting 1 every 10 items soon. How? And also, those 40 checks, some of them will, like, expect that I need a sword to be able to even get there or do it. So there's less than 57 checks left until, like, the sword. I've never seen this before. I've never seen 0. I've seen, like, 1 sword take a while, especially if it's, like, max settings. But I've never seen, like, 2/3 of all checks done without finding one. That's crazy. How do you beat the game swordless? I'm pretty sure the randomizer gives you the sword or uses a hack to not have it required for the final boss fight. Because in Wind Waker, you cannot beat Ganon without the sword. But the randomizer, I can't remember if it adds the sword to you for the last fight and you don't have it for any of the other parts, or if it just cheats so you can use the A prompt to parry even without a sword. I don't remember which one of the two it is. But you are right. In a casual way, you could not do this game swordless.
Podlinkus is back.
Why are you using your shield and why aren't you using your shield instead of medley? Because I don't have a... If you look, because I don't have a sword, if I hold it and then I try and go first person to angle it anywhere, it goes away. And if I stop holding target, so I move it around, he crawls. You need a sword to be able to actually hold and angle the shield. That's why sometimes I will put the skull hammer in my hand so I can at least half angle it, but you don't get as consistent of a, like... Look, if I crawl, if I'm in here and I crawl, it's like this. But if I hold this thing, I at least stand like this. But you can see how much it's swaying. So I can sort of do it with some of the items, but I can't do it as well as like you would if you have a sword. Is it only... What? Is someone asking Maisie questions about the Ocarina of Time randomizer? If you're doing the Ocarina of Time co-op randomizer and you need a tracker, you don't have a third-party tracker. You just have it through Ships of SOH. At the top in the settings menu of SOH, you have an option to just like... you just like enable the tracker so it's visible. No! It is so much harder. I've never had to do this swordless. I've never spent this long swordless. This is crazy. Well, if you're doing an Ocarina of Time multiplayer randomizer co-op, you're doing SOH, so you would have it anyways. Well, I guess you could use the really old emulator version, but I would not recommend it. Anyways. All right. Please, sword! Oh my god. I think this is broken. I think this is actually broken. This has to be broken. All right, goodbye, Ghost. All right. Surely we wouldn't get a broken seed on our first day back. Oh, no. I have full faith in the rando that it's not a broken seed. I think I'm just unlucky. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get the sword right now. Almost. That almost could have been one. But surely this room is going to have it. Ghost ship chart, okay, that's another check, I guess. I need more magic, because for doing the skip here. Alright. Thank you, Davstar, for the 10 months. Thank you, Lapis, for the Prime Game in 14 months.
7, add 1, and that's how many hours until I get my Switch 2.
Tingle Tuner. I can't believe we got a Tingle Tuner before any of the 4 swords. What is happening? Also, we got the Cabana Deed, I think, right? It doesn't really matter because we don't have the delivery bag yet, but still. Dude, I think it's time to find anything good at this point. I think it's time, chat. I think it's time we find something. Okay, I need to figure out if I have to rely on a lot of luck here, or if any of these items that's in my hand, does this make me able to do it? Oh, good, Leaf does, okay. I was about to say. There's impossible to do this otherwise, okay. I guess I'll blow the leaf so it's in my hand, and then I can actually, like, angle it properly. I guess that counts as a sword according to the game, question mark. Oh, man. Okay, I can't do C up, but I can try and manually angle it like that. Should have checked the 4 Swords Adventure is running. True. Okay, let's get some more arrows here because I definitely will need that. MLG Pro, exactly. How baby seed is... Okay, this is the one time I think chat would actually agree with my statement it's not a baby seed. Almost always I say this is not a baby seed, and chat said, yeah, it is. This time, I think we're in agreement. It's not a baby seed. 96 checks. 51 left. And we haven't found 1 out of 4 swords. You always say it's not a baby seed though, Lincoln. That's true. However, it's like if I say this is gonna PB every single run, then eventually I'll be right and I PB. Hey. And this time, I say every time it's a baby seed, but this time it actually is a baby seed. Not counting possible chests that need sword to unlock it too. Yeah, that's also very true. All right, what's gonna happen first, Chad? Are we gonna hit 100 checks, or are we gonna find a sword? Chad has a good point, Linkus. It's not a good idea to give a baby a sword. I'm gonna remember that next time I find quick, good swords, like very early on in the game. Or anytime I find a good item. This would not be a good idea to give a baby, though, so it's not a baby seed. You cannot play it both ways. You cannot say that. All right. First time catching a stream and binging through all your randomizer videos on YouTube. Yo, I'm glad you've been enjoying them. Welcome to the stream. Wait, did you get the chart check in this room? I did check the... I did check the chest, yes. This chest match content, I actually don't like that setting because I feel like it removes a lot of the suspense. Wait a second. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I don't have bombs. Wait. Wait. Damn it, I don't have it here. Wait! Wait! I'm doing this. Ugh. Game Boy acquired. I'm breaking this damn pod. I'm breaking this damn pod. Ugh. Call Tingle. Oh. All right, Tingle. Why are you so out of breath? I ran up and down the stairs, man. And I've been bedridden for 2 months. If you think that puts you in good shape, you're wrong. All right. Whew. All right, so we broke the thing. Let's do it. Okay. Bye, Tingle, by the way. That's all I needed you for. All right. This check for sure, Linkus. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's one of the chests. Well, there it is. 100 checks. And no sword. Oh my god. How is this happening? Also, why do I have to do Tower of the Gods? Like, why? I don't even have a sword. This is 100% a record if you do it like percentage-based, based upon like percentage-wise how many checks I've done, because I've done more than 2/3 of all checks. I'm telling you, 1000% this is a new record for me of no swords. That's why I had to double check to make sure that I'm not like stupid and I didn't accidentally do the wrong settings for this rando. Like I really thought I accidentally did swordless. Because the odds of this happening is ridiculous. Because also, once again, it says 46 locations left. That includes locations that require the use of the sword. Like if my guess is that probably there is 135 locations probably that do not require the sword. Maybe 140 to be extra generous, but that's 140 checks, 101 to not find 4 different possibilities. I forgot I don't have bombs. Oh my god, I don't have bombs. I forgot. I actually have to... Oh my god, this is awful. Okay, in that case, I need to... Oh my god, I actually need to solve the puzzle. There is no way. I mean, I could, I guess, take Medley over there, but it's not going to be worth it because getting the other stuff without being able to do the C-up thing is pretty much going to be awful impossible. I could clip out of bounds to the big key room, but at that point, if I'm doing 2 out of bounds clips and I have to come back here, I might as well just open this up so I don't have to do it twice. Whew. I know that there is a shortcut here somewhere. I don't remember how to do it that lets you do, like, get this puzzle quickly, because I used to do it for glitchless, but I do not remember how it works. I need to see a clip of it for next time. But I know there's a strat to solve this whole room in a quicker way. Light arrows before sword gamba. That would be a crazy thing to happen. Is that a GameCube only trick? No, you can do it in HD too, but it's a lot harder to do it on HD because you can't see up, and the analog sticks is more shaky on the Wii U. It can't register as precise inputs. So that means that whatever, I'll just do this. It means that it's way harder to do it on HD, as someone who has done it on HD. Because it's still hard on GameCube. Okay. It really made you wait? Yeah. I just watched a car salesman at my dealership almost hit a new car. His dumbass doesn't know how to ride a dirt bike. Nice. Dude, I want my sword. Bam. All right, surely this is it, chat. Surely one of these two places has the sword check. Surely this is it. This is it, surely. Oh my god. It is, but quit calling me Shirley. Sorry, chat. Dude, I cannot remember the last time I fought these enemies without bombs. All right, they're dead. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This has to be the sword. This has to be it. Oh my god, it actually is. 103 checks! 103 checks. 2 hours on a not max settings rando. This would already have been unlucky on a max settings randomizer, which would have had 350 locations and we took 100 to find it. That would have been unlucky. But we took 103 checks on a normal settings rando. That's insane. Oh my god. It's gonna be so annoying to kill these enemies too, I just realized, because it's not even the Master Sword, so it's really weak. It would require 2 spin attacks to just kill one of them. Oh my god. I have to drink Grandma Soup, I think. Because double defense will at least give me Master Sword power. Oh my god, I can't kill them! I can't kill them! Alright, let's get some Grandma Soup in here. Then at least a quick spin, even though it's shorter range, will be the damage to one-hit them. Damn it, and there goes the effect. Alright, let's drink some more soup. Okay. Here we go. I feel like I'm playing on hard mode. Oh my god, my sword range is so ass. Okay, I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Yeah, doing this with the Deku Leaf and Hammer would have been 10 times worse, and this was already bad. All right. Oh yeah, I'm really one thing I cannot am I the only one who's undecided about the new Donkey Kong game? I cannot decide how I feel about it. Part of me is excited, and part of me is like, I'm scared that that's the type of game where I'm gonna get bored of it really quickly, so I don't know if it's worth buying. I am so just undecided on it. I cannot decide because it's like part of it is like, oh, a new Donkey Kong, this is awesome. Oh, it's open world. But then part of me is like, I feel like I'm gonna get bored of just walking around and just smashing stuff, and I might get like tired of it because it's maybe too much built on a gimmick, and I'll get tired of the gimmick. I never get bored of smashing. You don't understand one thing about me. I'm the type of person where if you can break something or smash something, I need to smash the entire thing. I can't leave it uneven or partially, like, undone. I have to literally... I have to literally do all of it, or it's gonna bother me that I left a few bits and corners here and there. And a second sword upgrade. There it is. Okay, 2 hours without any, and then it's back to back. Yeah, okay. Okay, dude. 2 hours, no shields, no sword, and now it's just back to back. I swear to God, if I get a third one here, I'm gonna be pissed. I spent so long without a sword. Yeah, if I'm in the depths and there's boulders and I can break some boulders, if I'm missing one boulder, I have to go and grab a bomb to break that boulder, even if it serves no purpose, because I can already get access to the tunnel. I have to break that last boulder. BRB chat, I have to clean up and then drive home from work. What about we don't clean up and we walk home from work? And we let the employees deal with the rest. But it's raining. There are umbrellas. Why don't we wait and Amazon an umbrella, okay? We wait for it to be delivered. I feel like an umbrella would be the type of product that would be like a same-day delivery for sure. All right. Windscott lyrics, okay. All right, I mean, it seems like it's pretty much going to come down to doing... Wait, I can't even access without glitches, technically, the Forsaken Fortress, because I don't have bombs. Dude, this is such a weird seed. This truly is such a weird seed. I don't know how I feel about this. Let me get this letter quickly, and then I need to get some magic before I head over to the ghost ship, because I need more magic so I can do the skip. Wait, I also got Grandma's letter. It feels so weird to be able to press B to get my sword out. If you sail into the gate, the cannons occasionally actually break the gate or knock you out of the boat where you can swim under the gate. That's... I never tried that before, because obviously, if I go without bombs, I just do the Wind Waker dive underneath, but I guess that makes sense, because you can... I know for a fact that you can do that when it comes to entering Islet of Steel early. So I guess it makes sense. I never actually tried or thought about that. I definitely did not know you could get knocked out of the boat and get far down enough below the water where you can swim under the gate. That's really cool. More cheese! Oh boy, we need one more cheese, because one of them is from Earth, Tower of the Gods, and one of them is from Forsaken Fortress. So we need one more piece of cheese, and then we need light arrows, 2 sword upgrades, and bombs. Still have so much left. Let's go to Tingle. Surely Tingle has something good for us. Surely the 5 Tingle statues has something good for us. Light arrows! Okay. Getting closer, Chad. Getting closer. 3 more main items and 1 Triforce Space. That is a good find. Thank you, Tingle. Never thought the day would come when I would say that, but thank you, Tingle. I appreciate you. All right. I don't know where the original term calling something vanilla comes from, but it's definitely before video games, because, like, I know people saying, oh, you're so, like, vanilla. I think my guess would be that vanilla is considered, like, a default or a bland flavor. Like, it's the kind of default flavor is my guess, so that, like, if you're kind of just, like, plain, standard, default, I'm assuming it came from something like that. Because, like, obviously, vanilla would usually just be, like, the default flavoring of basically much of the stuff, bakery-wise, or fun, tasty stuff you make, and then you would add chocolate or strawberry or other stuff to it after that. Baked bag, okay. I would agree that I think in theory, chocolate would be, in my opinion, more considered default, quote-unquote, vanilla, than vanilla itself is. But I did not come up with a term, so what do I know? Okay, I guess we have to do Cyclops, because we're kind of having to do everything at this point, because... kind of getting screwed.
Yippee, good luck
Let's see. Where does the term vanilla come from? Well, this is all... Why do we use the word vanilla to refer to default plain, etc.? This is more what I meant. I do not care about where the word vanilla came from for the plant. Let's see here. English language usage. Oh boy, here we go. Yo, the Lux Picto box. Okay, that gives us another check. Man, there's a lot of discussion forums about this exact topic. Like, a lot of it. There's a lot of answers. I'm not reading all of this. Sorry, chat. You'll have to be your own Google for today. I know you guys like when I'm your Google, but that's it. I'm back from an important interview. Now you have my full attention? Yo! Okay, full attention. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Can you write me an essay on why Wind Waker is the best Zelda game? Bombs! Oh my god, wait. Dude, look at my accessible locations right now, 4, and then look at what happens when I get bombs. Bam. 25. Oh my god. Dude, I can't believe it was locked behind Cyclos, which was locked behind the Lux Picto Box, which was locked behind Miss Marie. What a convoluted and crazy adventure to get bombs. Man, this seed is something else. Okay, I'm gonna just click on full clear here and let's speedrun through this. Let's speedrun through these checks. I use ChatGPT for things, and it 80% of the time does not help me for what I need because it gets so much information wrong. I would prefer to just use a normal search engine. I think... ChatGPT will perfectly help you if you have a baseline information going into it. Like, let's say you want to figure out how to do something, but you're not quite sure, and you ask it. You have enough knowledge to know that what it's saying is completely wrong, but you don't have enough knowledge to figure all of it out on your own. Then if you're able to be like, that sounds wrong to it, then I think it's going to be like, oh, you're right, and then it will realize it. But I think... yeah, if you're going in with no information originally, then... then it might be... uh-oh. I actually will say that I found that the Google... at the start, I could not stand the Google AI at the top when you Googled things. I actually have found it to start being useful now. It actually gets a shocking amount of things from my experience right now. What is your favorite comfort food? Okay, can I just ask, what do you mean by comfort food? Do you mean like what specifically do you mean by comfort food here? How literal are we with comfort? Something that feels nostalgic and just feels good to eat. I don't know if I... a meal that you would kill for if you don't feel well. I don't mean to sound like a downer right now. I actually think that as of right now, I don't have one. Because I have felt nauseous from everything I've eaten for so long that I'm associating in my brain almost all foods with nausea and vomiting. So I literally don't know if I can answer that. I think before I would have said probably homemade tacos. Or cheeseburger, I think would have been my answer. Right now, my comfort food is literally the same every single day, which is white rice and chicken. That's what I eat almost every meal. That's how I feel okay. I eat white rice and chicken. That's it. Easy to digest, not hard on my tummy, doesn't make me feel as nauseous. That's all I eat. If you ask me what my comfort food is, that is what I eat 9 out of 10 meals right now. So I guess technically that would be my comfort food, but I'm getting very tired of eating it every meal. I don't want to get in a long convo about it, but in case you missed the beginning of the stream, to answer you, they did not. After all my medical tests, I did have my last follow-up on my GI 2 days ago, and the pretty much answer is we can't find anything that's wrong with you, so let's just hope it passes. And here's some medication to feel better in the meantime. That's pretty much what I have. That was pretty much the answer. Yeah, like that was the conclusion to all of it. Every single test was normal, every single one. So I pretty much got prescribed an insane amount of nausea medication, and they said, take this every day, live healthy, and hope it passes. That is literally the medical ending to 3 months of every test you can imagine is. Here you go. Yeah. Gallbladder, not bladder. I've had my gallbladder quadruple checked now. Trust me. Like, I'm not going to get into the... Oh my god, I forgot to jump in the tower. That's fine, whatever. I'm not going to get in the whole thing, but what I said to Maisie was this, because I have one follow-up again in 6 weeks. What I said to Maisie is this. If I don't feel better in 6 weeks, I'm going to get a second opinion, I think. But yeah. Other than all the blood tests I have done a, like, just to give you an idea, I have done a blood tests. I've done stool test. I have done a gastric emptying test, an X-ray, a CT, 2 ultrasounds, an MRI, a colonoscopy, and an endoscopy. Like, trust me, if there was something obviously wrong, they would have seen it. There is literally no more tests. There is none. I have done all the tests. Like, there is no more. The only thing left now is to redo the same tests, or somehow there is something else in the body that is causing it. But, like, in terms of the track, there's... None of it checked the pancreas, right? Well, technically, both the ultrasounds and the CT and the MRI, like, sees the pancreas and the gallbladder and the livers, even if it's focused on... Like, all of the tests still see it. So even, like, so it's still the same. I also had my, my thyroids checked. Like, everything, trust me. Anything you can think of, pretty much, I probably had. If you have had experience with someone else in your life who lives with excruciating nausea and they can't figure out what's wrong, you can DM me on Discord and I will gladly take suggestions. But we don't need to discuss it in chat, because trust me, probably your idea, I probably checked. Yeah, I'm sorry, Haspar. I cannot go to events as how I'm feeling right now. It sounds like you need Dr. House. I agree. Do you know what I'm actually doing as a final test in between waiting these last 6 weeks? I'm actually going to see because at this point, I have nothing to lose. Plus, healthcare for me is free now. I've hit my max out-of-pocket cost for the year. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to see a registered dietitian, because I read some people online said that when they couldn't find help, a registered dietitian was able to figure out alternate stuff that helped a lot. So at this point, like, what the hell, why not? So I think that's my next step I'm gonna do. Check for intolerances and gut microbiome and diets and stuff like that, because why not? Anyways, that's pretty much the next thing. Like I said, there's nothing else to do. So we'll see. Either way, I'll still be around for the Switch launch and stuff. I am feeling a little bit... I'm still feeling a little bit better than I was before, because not just with the medications, but also because I have a much better diet and I am way more physical now and I have a normal schedule. So... things are slightly better in general, even if they're not great. Maybe it's the food in America versus Sweden. I don't eat much fast food anymore, so that's one of the first things I cut out. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, Fishy, or anyone else, feel free to DM me. At this point, I'll hear anything. I will gladly take any advice or anything like that. Like I said, I just don't like talking about it on stream. I don't mind talking about it. I just don't want it to be all the subject on stream. But yeah. Like I said, unfortunately, like, it's... it is what it is. Either way, that being said... do you know what I do have a problem with, though? This randomizer. I think it's time to find the last Triforce piece right here, right now. Bam. Okay, it could have been, though. It could have been. Well, I guess it's time to do Tower of the Gods, my favorite dungeon of all time. I'm still nervous that somehow I'm not going to get my Switch 2 in the morning tomorrow for the delivery. I'm still scared that somehow, despite having multiple pre-orders, they're all gonna get screwed over. I just don't trust both A, the stores, but two, delivery companies. I don't have full faith. Where did you manage an order? I have one from Walmart, one from Target, one from Best Buy. So one should show up. I hope. You just need to watch out for porch pirates. I don't think we have any where I live. I grabbed 3 because one's for me, one's for Maisie, one's for hacking. How the hell did you get 3? 3 monitors. I was there up at midnight, and 5 minutes before midnight, I started refreshing the Target page, the Best Buy page, and the Walmart page. I actually ended up, because I didn't want to be I didn't want to hog up all the pre-orders. I ended up canceling. Ooh, okay, that's the last. Okay, we don't need any more Triforce pieces. The only items we need to beat the game now is 2 sword checks. Anyways, I ended up having 2 more pre-orders that I ended up literally not placing, but I got through the line and I could have placed. Because I ended up preparing for everything. I'm telling you, if you're up, at least from my experience, if you're up at midnight, I did not have a problem getting pre-orders. Maisie and myself had 2 additional pre-orders that got to checkout where we chose not to place it because we already had 3. And, like, so in general, it was not that bad to get the pre-orders at nighttime there. I don't know if the later ones, though, would have been canceled if we placed them, but we were at checkout, so we could have placed them. But yeah, I didn't have any hard time with it at midnight. I'm sure if you try to place it the day after, though, it probably was a pain in the ass.
"54 months boggling us hype."
I actually don't think I had a single thought about, man, it's so expensive to place these pre-orders for the Switch 2, because I think the brain is way too good at comparisons. I've had to spend so much money recently on all the tests I've done that in comparison, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think much of it, because I think you're so focused on, like, ouch on the other stuff that it kind of, one of them just kind of slipped by, to be honest. Like, I'm literal when I say it. I hit my max out of pocket. I have spent $9,200 on deductible medical expenses, plus a $1,400 MRI that was denied. So I have up to $10,000 of spent medical costs in 3 months. Like, I have gone through my savings so hard from that like, I did not blink an eye at the Switch part because that's also a business expense. I've been burning up about the other things. USA, but something that honestly felt really badass and cool though, even though it's really not a great deal, but it felt badass. It felt so cool to go into, it felt so good to go into Walmart and pick up your medication and it was $0. That felt really good. I'm just telling you, chat, even though it totally is not actually a good deal, mentally felt really good to hit that cap. Because going to pick up some meds and it says $0, you don't have to pay anything. That feels awesome. But I am telling you right now, I'm getting everything else checked out this year, okay? Because I'm getting my money's worth. I'm seeing the dermatologist. I'm checking up my annual. I'm gonna see the dietitian. I'm checking up everything I can, okay? I better take full advantage of this. I better get my money's worth at this point. Oh my god, wait, speaking about 3 switches, I need to drive by Chick-fil-A. Unless, Chick-fil-A manager guy, are you happen to be home right now? Or are you here by any chance? We have a viewer here that watches our stream that happens to be a manager at a nearby Chick-fil-A, and he's super nice. He's a huge fan. He's one of us. He always comes up and says hi to me whenever I've gone there. And he did not get a Switch 2 pre-order, and I was supposed to give him my phone number so I could give him, or sell him, I should say, sell him one of my Switch 2s because he wasn't able to get one. And I do not need that third one right now. I know I got that in case of homebrew, but I don't need it right now. So I was gonna let him get one so he could have one at launch. But I have not seen him for the past few days, so we need to find him. I feel bad having the third one and it's not gonna go used. So I wanna make sure that I get a hold of him. Yeah, I've heard that people who got the console early and tried to obtain some information with, like, wiring on the motherboard, apparently it shorts out the thing as a protection mechanism. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to get homebrew stuff working. Thank you, Aru. Or, hi, Aru. Thank you for the raid. I forgot to say it earlier. Thank you so much. The reason... Okay, chat, I'm just going to say this right now, okay? I'm not saying that I'm trying to sell a Switch 2 online, okay? I want to help a viewer out who happens to live in my area, and that's why I'm willing to do it. I do not want to set up and ship a Switch 2 across the country, okay? And I also don't want to turn a profit. I simply wanted to help someone local out because I can give it to him in his hand, and he just gives me the money. I do not want to set up and try and sell an additional Switch. I ain't got time for that. That's so me with honey barbecue chips. What? Wait, what? Why not do a giveaway? I don't know how to put this right now, but one, no. Two, I ain't got $500 here and there to throw away right now, okay? My wallet's really hurting. I know that maybe people think that all streamers are millionaires, but I'm just telling you right now, we're not, okay? I'm telling you, as someone who provides for the whole household, who has not been able to work for 2 months due to medical problems and spend 10K, I ain't got the money to throw giveaways around. That is not happening. Thank you.
You're back, yippee. Celebration rap, front-facing baby chick emoji, baby chick emoji.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for the Prime Gaming 28 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
Baby chick emoji, front-facing baby chick emoji, baby chick emoji, front-facing baby chick emoji.
I thank you, Meta, as well, for the 5 months. How about now? Yes, you're right, Chad. Now we can do the giveaway. Now we can do it.
Baby chick emoji. How about now?
But no, don't worry. I appreciate the support. I really do appreciate the support. I appreciate everyone being here. I will just tell you, Chad, I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm just going to tell you. Me and Maisie, we are planning to together do a subathon this summer. And we are going to, and it's going to... so I have like a lot of content plans up ahead, so it's still happening. I just had to get moved. I think I still want to do the subathon with me and Maisie. I just want to make sure that I'm in a state where I am very confident that a bad day is still an okay day. Does that make sense? Because right now, if I have a bad day, I'm basically out of function for 3 days. That's how, like, you know what I mean? I want to be at a state where a bad day is just like, oh, I don't feel amazing, but I'm still fine. So all the content stuff that we had and planned and stuff will still happen. I want to take it slow and like get into things normally first. Plus, I'm hopeful a little bit. I'm supposed to go on PPIs, which is like to reduce stomach acid. I'm hoping that maybe that will help with the nausea. We don't know. I mean, at this point, we're just trying anything, right? So who knows? Maybe because I'm about to start that this week, that actually helps a lot and it solves a lot of problems and we're awesome. And then we're back to normal. We gotta hope for anything, right? Can it be Maisie by herself? No, so what we're thinking of doing, basically, Chad, is... I'll just tell you. Sure, I'll tell you, because I already have this plan. I had the whole before the health problems, I had the whole subathon planned out. So I'll tell you a little bit about the plans for when we get around to it, sure. Here are the outline of it without saying every single detail. Basically, it's going to be a more structured and more fun subathon. The plan is it's going to be Linus and Maisie's subathon. I have a shift, Maisie has a shift. Now, Maisie will choose on some of her nights to have friends on, like a modcast, obviously. But the idea is basically I have a shift, Maisie has a shift, meaning that we are always there, right? So for half the marathon, I am there, and for half the marathon, she is there. And on her shift, she can do whatever she wants. And there will be tiers where there will be guarantees of like X sub goal will mean that we play X game. Maisie has her own, so she has a bunch of Pokemon and Resident Evil and stuff like that goals, where if certain goals are hit on her schedule, on her slots, she will play those games. And I will have the same, where I will have goals where I will do certain things, like One of them I was thinking of doing will be like, you know, like something like the multi-game randomizer, or a certain game randomizer that I don't usually do, or a casual playthrough of a certain game I don't usually do, things like that. So there will be just like a lot of different things that it's going to make it more structured, and a lot of different goals. And it will, like I said, it will. I'm thinking of probably trying to do it this summer. Don't know the exact time yet, but it will be during this summer, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be structured, and it's going to have, like, you know, me and Maisie's always going to be here. Oops. So I think it'll be a really good time. Also, we have to do overworld checks because this dungeon did not give us the Master Sword. Unfortunately. I'm just gonna click these off so I don't have to click them off one by one. Linkus, are you ready for what? The Switch 2? I'm super excited and ready for it. For this football? Ouch! You hit my head! What the hell?
Why?
Yo, thank you, Kat, for the 53-month resub. I love that badge. What is that badge? Oh my god, Marathon Reveal Runner. What does that even mean? How do you reveal a marathon? Like, you ran a marathon, and then after running it, it was revealed that actually it was a real marathon, and you got a medal for it? What? How do you reveal a marathon? Bye, MC. This badge was obtained by subscribing during a marathon reveal stream. Okay, I'm still sticking by it. What? How do you reveal a marathon? You mean like they were like, hey guys, surprise reveal, you can run 10 kilometers at this specific location. What? Marathon is a game. So what? They added checkpoints to the marathon? And like boost pads? It's a game called Marathon. If this is not about running, I'm gonna be pissed. Marathon. Marathon the game. Okay, I know I'm only looking at some pictures, but this looks like someone threw together a 3D shooter in Unity on their own time. A turn-based extraction shooter from the creators of Halo and Destiny. Bungie made this? What? Okay, can I just ask something? I'm curious, because I don't want to be judgmental here. I need to know what chat thinks about this. Is it really fair to call it the developers and creator? Is it really fair to say they from the creators of Halo and Destiny when almost every single developer of that company that made Halo and Destiny have left? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it really fair to still say from the developers of? Like, I get the company is still technically like Bungie, but everyone that did it basically already left. Like, is it real? Like, I feel like that's false marketing to be like from the creators of, like, from the company of, sure, but like the creators of, like, you left. All of you left. They all left. Yeah, I could be misremembering my my lore here, but if I'm not mistaken, most of the Halo devs, most of them came over from Halo to Destiny when they left. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't most of the original devs leave during the development of Destiny 1 or once they started having to do DLC for the Destiny games because Activision or whatever contract they had such strict deadlines and they had such requirements for monetization, a lot of the devs got really mad and left. If I'm not, I want to say that it was something along those lines, that pretty much everyone eventually just kind of upped and left because they were unhappy with the development of Destiny. Can I, by the way, say how sad that is? Imagine having a company and you're like, this is awesome. And then you get bought up by Microsoft and you don't like being under a corporate overlord. So you're like, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to leave. So we get some freedom. Then you go to arguably an even worse sellout company and do the same thing again. And then you get mad and leave that you did the same thing again. I don't even get it. Like, was it just, like, the CEO was stupid and greedy and every other main developer and original person just, like, didn't have a say? Like, how does that even happen? How do you leave because you want your freedom and then immediately you sign with an even worse company? Half of Bungie split when they went independent from Microsoft. They lost 2 entire studios from the Activision partnership, and then they laid off half of everyone. So basically what you're saying is there might be like a couple of few employees at most, like 1 or 2. But pretty much the direction team as a whole is not there anymore.
Been saving this for a while, waiting for Switch 2 release, smile.
I cannot believe we have basically 2 item checks available right now. Wait, you're right. Wait, you're right. It kind of came full circle. All the people who stayed at Bungie, who ended up having to go to Activision, basically is now Microsoft again. They just went back. Delivery bag. Okay, that is a good amount of item checks in there.
Thank you!
No clue if you saw chat talking about it, but chat has been saying Bungie stole assets.
There's no way
game
that
too.
Bungie, the developers, stole a bunch of assets. There is no way. They're too big for that. A game developer like Bungie would not steal assets. Chat, you must be wrong. Think about Halo. Think about Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo ODST, all great games, okay? You cannot tell me that company is stealing assets. I don't want to believe you. You already said that they're not the same people. I know I said they're not the same people, so it's not really the same dev, but I still don't want to accept that, like, Bungie, the company, would do it either. Because they still made such good games. And there is the sword. Okay. One more sword, Chad. We ain't got many locations left now. It's either here in the Cabana Deed or it's at basically Windfall. There ain't many options left. Rats? Okay, no rats. Weird. I feel like that's gonna come back to... Nope, okay, there is one there, I guess. Weird. Okay. That's not where the rat should be. Rat? You're not behaving the way you should. Maggie's letter. Okay, well, one more check here, or it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down at Windfall. I mean, I guess there's flight control platform. Technically, is the one check it could also be that's not there, but no way it's that one check, right? It has to be one of the many that said Windfall, right? Never mind. There it is. Okay, we're in go mode. That's it. Oh my goodness, we actually got to skip so many checks, Chad. Look at that. We got to skip 5 locations. Nice. All right. Link is let's walk, not run. We should stop and smell the stonework. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. All right. That's enough castle for you. Remember when this was supposed to be a
Welcome
2-hour
back to
thing?
stream.
I actually
Can't
corrected it.
believe
I
it's a
said this will
5-year
probably be
sub
2 hours.
anniversary.
Actually, take that
Thank
back.
you
Let's
for
make
the
it 3.
years
I'm
of
never
fun.
lucky.
Can't wait for all the Switch 2 content. Link us hug.
It was true.
Thank you!
Chat, can you believe Linkus is at the point where he has 100-month subs?
All right, let's do this. You know, it feels good to be back. It feels nice to be back. I still have my energy. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell. My energy levels are still not what they used to be before everything started, but they're very close to normal, which feels very nice. I feel like I don't have the level of exhaustion as I used to have. I feel like it's like an 80%. It feels really nice. It's been nice to be back. I'm excited for tomorrow. It's gonna be... I'm actually, like, I can't believe I'm saying it. I'm excited for the grind to be back. You know what I mean? I'm excited for the grind. Which games are you looking forward to the most when it comes to the Switch 2? Okay. In terms of right now, it's sad to say, but it's playing the Zelda games that are already out on the Switch 2, or play GameCube games on the Switch 2. If I look this year, I think the most excited I am about a video game coming out on the Switch 2 right now is actually Metroid Prime 4. I think it's Metroid Prime 4, and after Metroid Prime 4, I would probably say Pokemon ZA. But Metroid Prime 4 is my main thing that I'm the most excited about, I think. But yeah, I've just waited way too long for Prime 4. It's actually been way too long. Okay. All right, chat. Let's see. Has 2-3 months made the Swedish sniper rusty? Let's find out. Hold. It's still redeemable. This is still redeemable. That was very mid, but it's possible, okay? If we hit a Trog shot or a Crypt shot, I think we can make it up. Let's see. Oh! Okay, Trog shot. Oh, sorry, Crypt shot. Clean. Clean. Okay. We're coming back. Dude, still crazy snipes. Even if I didn't get one in midair there, that was still some really good snipes, okay? That was still good. Dude, come here. Come here. Thank you. Still clean. All right. Let's do this. Yo, damn, they actually showed new James Bond footage during the State of Play. Wait, what, really?
Footage during the State of Play.
I gotta check that out. Wrong way. All right, here we go. And time. GG. The return is officially here. June is our month, baby. 303 23. So many threes. Third place, just like my leaderboard time. Actually, that wasn't so funny to think about, but it's okay, because we'll get number 1 back eventually. Let's go!
Hi, Linkus, chat and mods. Missed you bunch, Linkus, love.
Anyways, chat. That's it. If you are European, I hope you will have a great time with the Switch 2 that's about to get released in 15 minutes. For everyone watching right now, the Europeans, the Americans, don't matter. We are back. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming with my Switch 2. If it doesn't get here late, which it shouldn't, I'll be live tomorrow around noon Central American time, which would be around 7 p.m. Central European time. Mark your calendars, and we're going live by checking out Wind Waker. First thing we're doing, we gotta check out Wind Waker. We gotta check out the loads. We gotta check out how it works. Does the game still overload with memory? How does memory corruption work on the Japanese version? We have a lot we need to try. Manual Super Swim, unbuffered Manual Super. There is a lot we gotta check out and things like that. Then we're gonna check out as well, of course. Actually, I'll either start with that or Breath of the Wild, because now when I know some glitches might have been fixed in Breath of the Wild, I really want to check that out. So we'll either start with Wind Waker or Breath of the Wild, but either way, we'll do both of them tomorrow. Also want to check out Breath of the Wild. I've heard some glitches are patched. I really want to check that out too. So maybe we will start with that. But either way, we'll do that. Either we'll start with Breath of the Wild or we will start with Wind Waker, but a lot of Zelda tomorrow, and then maybe at the end of tomorrow's stream, we'll just for fun check out a little bit of Mario Kart. But the main focus at the start of tomorrow's stream will be that I want to check out the Zeldas. But anyways, that being said, if you want to know what glitches still work in Breath of the Wild, in Tears of the Kingdom, in Wind Waker, how they play, how they run. Be here tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here for the return. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll be here, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Later, everybody. Bye-bye. 7 out.